What Merseyside Police are going to be doing as part of the operation over the next few months is working very closely with our partners and primarily going out into public areas, playing fields, parks, that sort of place, and addressing the issue of dogs being dangerously out of control. And what we're aiming to do is to do that in the first instance by engaging with dog owners and actually giving them advice as to what they can do to keep the dog under better control and keep people safer.
We'll be looking at going on joint patrols of parks, shop fronts and areas where people have expressed concerns that there's large gatherings of youths with status dogs. But also we're not just looking at status dogs or dangerous dogs, we're looking at all dogs and promoting animal welfare and good ownership to all animals.
We average one admission a day throughout the year for children with dog bites. I was recently doing some secondary surgery on a little girl who a year ago lost the corner of her mouth and about a centimetre or so of both lips. There can be psychological consequences of a lifelong disfigurement and sometimes functional ones. So the little girl I told you about who lost the corner of her mouth, she will not be able to smile normally. Going in the longer term, there will always be some kind of asymmetry. There may be an issue of pain or discomfort, particularly on mouth opening. There may be an issue of oral continence and drooling. And, we're living in a world which is less and less accepting of facial variation. We should be becoming a bit more relaxed about that kind of thing, but we're not. We're actually becoming more extreme and less accepting of scars. And unfortunately, scars are for life. There is no solution to make them go away. There's no such thing as scarless surgery.
At one end of the scale, there are dogs that are banned breeds and nobody's actually allowed to possess them. Now, we are seeing a reduction in the number of those dogs being seen on the streets of Merseyside over the last few years, and that's through the proactive work that we've been doing. But anybody who continues to breed or possess one of those dogs, that dog will be confiscated and they'll be prosecuted. As regards dogs being dangerously out of control, that is more about the responsibility on the owner to keep the dog under control when it's in a public place. And if it attacks somebody else or somebody else feels threatened by its presence, then that owner can face sanctions, and that may include having the dog taken off them.